Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book review on the first 3 books in the Mary Poppins series by P.L. Travers. In the Mary Poppins series by P.L. Travers, Mary Poppins arrives in the lives of the Banks children, and she takes them on whimsical journeys around London. So, before I do head into this book review, this is going to only be on the first 3 books in the series. I believe there are 8 books in total, and yeah, I am not going to have any type of spoilers at all. So yeah, I have the first book, which is just Mary Poppins, and then the next one is Mary Poppins Comes Back, and then the third one I have is Mary Poppins Opens the Door. So yeah, you guys, this video might be kind of short and to the point, and to be quite honest, I did not really like the Mary Poppins series. And unfortunately, these first 3 books are probably going to be it. I don't think I really have any intention on continuing the series. And I do feel kind of bad about that because, for crying out loud, Mary Poppins, this is a classic work of children's literature. And I just didn't like it. My preferences, I really enjoy Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland and Harry Potter, obviously, and the Chronicles of Narnia, you know, those types of children's classics. And I thought for sure I would head into Mary Poppins, I would love it, and no, I didn't. And like I said, I kind of feel ashamed and kind of bad that I hated these so much. And that's the thing, I hated them. I really hated them. It's not like P.L. Travers' writing is bad, you know. I mean, the writing is very similar to what you would see in something like Peter Pan or Alice in Wonderland. But I guess it's just the whole execution of it. It's the characters. Mary Poppins, for starters. Don't read these books if you're expecting sweet, lovable Julie Andrews from the Disney version of Mary Poppins. You're not going to get that in this book. Now, I haven't seen the Disney Mary Poppins in a very, very long time. It's definitely probably been a good couple decades since I last sat and watched Mary Poppins. But yeah, I remember watching Mary Poppins as a kid, and I remember liking it, you know, and yeah, I have a feeling if I were to sit and rewatch it now, I probably would still enjoy it. And yeah, I am definitely really excited for the new Mary Poppins coming out, because that's coming out in December, isn't it? With Emily Blunt playing Mary Poppins. I am actually excited for that, but I'm a little concerned after reading these books, because I don't know if that's going to be following more in line with these books, because I hope not. But yeah, get out of your head the Disney adaptation of these books, because it's the same in a way, but not really. I was quite honestly very, very shocked. The lead character, Mary Poppins, talk about a despicable human being. You guys, I can't stress that enough. Mary Poppins is supposed to be this protagonist, and she's supposed to be kind of strange and eccentric and whimsical, and you don't get any sort of answers about her. You know, it's like, who is this woman? You know, what is she? You never get those answers. I found her very despicable. I found her very rude, arrogant, vain, dismissive of the Banks children. If there were characters that I did enjoy, I really liked the Banks children. Sometimes the Banks children, because they are a bit more, you know, because if I remember correctly, in the movie, aren't the Banks children more in the upper class? But in this, they're not so much in the upper class. They're still more middle class, but like upper middle class, I think. So yeah, the Banks children, they do still they're a bit snobbish sometimes, but, you know, kind of full of themselves, but still at the same time, I really liked the Banks children. They behaved and acted like children, and yeah, like children, they had innocent, naive questions about things, and then Mary Poppins would just totally be dismissive and be very rude to them and treat them like idiots. And I was like, oh my freaking god, I cannot believe this. And the thing is, Mary Poppins is the one, she's the one taking them on these whimsical, magical journeys, and then she acts like nothing happened, which I didn't understand. You know, she acts like nothing happened. She acts like, oh, that magical, whimsical thing didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about, Banks children. You all are stupid. Seriously, you guys, is it just me? I'm very curious, because I know there's a lot of people who do love these books. They love them. And I'm just very curious, if you're someone who has read this series and you love them, please share your opinion with me. What is it that's reaching out to you as a reader that you enjoy about these books? Because I found nothing enjoyable about these books. And like I said, there's nothing particularly wrong with P.L. Travers' writing, but you definitely have a formula, and I think that's something else I was getting a little bored with as well, is just that repetitive formula. And yeah, I only read 3 books, but I can tell you something, if I were to read the rest of the series, I bet I could figure out how every book is going to go, because the formula in every book is that Mary Poppins, she comes into the lives of the Banks children. She takes them on these whimsical journeys, and yeah, it's very episodic. There's really no running through line, you know, there's nothing kind of connecting the stories at all. It's very episodic, like you're watching episodes of a 30-minute cartoon or something. And yeah, they go on the journey ends, the next chapter is another journey, and by the time the book ends, for some reason Mary Poppins has to exit the lives of the Bank children. So then yeah, you move to the next book. Mary Poppins re-enters, they go on their episodic adventures, and then Mary Poppins has to leave again, and yeah, etc, 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 for every book, I'm assuming. So yeah, P.L. Travers, she definitely has her formula with these books, which I just found too repetitive for me as a reader, because I found everything very, very predictable. So yeah, in conclusion, if I ever had children, or if I was teaching a classroom of children, I would not read these books to a child. I definitely would not read these books. I would read Peter Pan, or Alice in Wonderland, or Narnia, or Harry Potter. You know, those would be the books I would read to children. I feel like these books would scare the holy crap out of a child. And I think Mary Poppins would scare them. I just don't see how a child could like Mary Poppins. And yeah, I don't even understand why the Banks children. I don't even understand why the Banks children love Mary Poppins so much, as horrible as she was to them, but yet they treated her like a saint. They treated her like a goddess. You know, they worshipped at her altar, and I just did not understand it, you guys. I just did not understand it. Like I said, maybe it's just me, and if you like these books, I really need to hear your opinion about them. So, that's it for my horribly negative review on the Dear, Dear, Dear Mary Poppins series by P.L. Travers. In the comments below, I'm definitely very curious. If you've read the Mary Poppins series, do you plan on reading them? Just let me know your thoughts down below. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.